Hello students. So in our previous class we learned about integers, yes or no? So we learned what are integers, then we learned how to represent integers on a number line, then about predecessors and successors we have learned, then comparison, and at last we have learned about absolute value, yes or no? Absolute value of an integer. So today we are going to learn about additions and subtractions of integer using the concept of absolute value. So first of all, you will take out your copies and your books, and you will take the notes wherever required, and I'll solve some questions for you. You will note them down. Okay, see, the first thing is, let us revise what were absolute values. Absolute values means the numerical value, yes or no? Absolute value means the numerical value. For example, what is the absolute value of -5? So it is, you'll just simply remove the sign, yes or no? So what is the absolute value of 6? You will remove the sign. Do you remember absolute value? It is written, this is the symbol for absolute value. Okay. So absolute value symbol, this one. So in between the symbol we write, for example, absolute value of -11. It is 11. I think you remember what is absolute value. Okay. So there are two rules for addition. Okay, there are two rules for addition of integers. The first is, the first rule, to add two integers of like signs. Okay, to add two integers of like signs. First we'll discuss this one, then we'll move to the second rule. So how to add two integers of like signs? See one example. Look at one example. Suppose +6 is one integer, plus 3. So you need to add +6 as well as +3. Okay, it is a sum of addition. Now what you will do, how to add? The first thing is, you need to find their absolute values. Okay, you need to find their absolute values. So in this case, the absolute values of +6 is how much? 6. And absolute value of +3 is how much? 3. Yes or no? Whenever the signs are same, okay, whenever the signs of the integers are same, first you will find out the absolute values, and then you will add the absolute values. Now you will add 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 how much? 9. Yes or no? And first symbol we will use the symbol that is common. So in these both cases, in the integers, you can see that positive sign is common, yes or no? So you will use the positive sign, and what is the value we got? 9. Understood? So look at one negative one. Suppose -6 plus -3. Now what we will do? Same step we will follow. We will first find the absolute value. Okay, absolute value of -6 is 6. Then absolute value of -3 is 3. Then what we'll do, we'll add the absolute values. That means 6 plus 3. Okay, we'll add 6 plus 3 how much? 9. Yes or no? But in this case, you can see that in both the integers, the negative sign is common. Yes or no? The negative sign is same in both the integers. So what sign we'll use? So we'll use negative sign, and our answer will be what? -9. Understood? In this case, it is positive because in both the integers, positive sign was common. Okay. In second case, you can see in both the integers, the negative sign is common. Understood? That's why first one we used positive symbol, second one we used negative symbol, and we need to find the absolute values, and we need to find the addition of the absolute values. I think you have understood this one. Okay, first rule you have understood. First rule is for like signs. Okay, and second rule is for unlike signs. Now in case of unlike signs, what we'll do? Look, I'll give you some examples for unlike signs. Wait, let me clear. See, second rule, to add two integers of unlike signs. Okay, the first one was for like signs, the second one is for unlike signs. For example, -6 plus 3. Now in this case you can see that the integers, one is -6 and the other one is 3. We need to add -6 to 3. Now what we'll do, same, first step is same. You need to find the absolute values. Okay, absolute value of -6 is 6 and absolute value of +3 is 3. But in this case, if the signs are different, then you need to subtract. Okay, subtract the smaller number from the greater number. Look at the absolute values, one is 6 and the other one is 3. So all of you know that 6 is greater than 3, yes or no? So we need to subtract this 3 from this 6. So 6 minus 3, how much? 3. Okay, but what symbol we will use? Again look, look at the absolute values, which one is greater? 6 is greater, yes or no? So we will use the symbol that is given to the greater number. Understood? So in this case, negative sign we will use because 6 is greater than 3. So the answer is -3. I think you have understood. Look, another example. Suppose 4 plus -11. Okay, 4 plus -11. Now what we'll do? First step, find the absolute values. Absolute value of 4 is how much? 4. Then absolute value of -11. What is the absolute value of -11? 11. Yes or no? Now see, which one is greater? 4 is greater or 11 is greater? Obviously 11 is greater, yes or no? So the symbol that is used in front of the greater number, that means here, since 11 is greater, so negative sign is present in front of 11, yes or no? So we will use the sign here, negative. Then second step, we need to subtract the smaller number from the greater number. 11 is greater than 4. So 11 minus 4, how much? 7. So your answer will be -7. Understood? So this is about addition of integers. Okay. Next, we'll move on to subtraction. How we can subtract two integers. See. Okay. One thing, if you think I am going fast, then you can play the video in slow speed. Okay. In YouTube, you can adjust the speed. Understood? So now it is playing into 1. You can slow it down to into 0.5. Okay, so it is up to you. If you can understand in this speed, then it is good for you. I'm trying to go slow, but if you might find any problem, then you can repeat the video if you want. You can repeat in YouTube, you can repeat it unlimited times. Yes or no? So first step, we have learned how to add two integers of like signs. Second step, second method is how to add two integers of unlike signs. Okay, in case of like signs, what we'll do, we will write the common symbol first, either positive or negative, then we will add the absolute values. Okay, then we'll write the answer. In case of unlike signs, what we'll do, we will write the symbol which is present in front of the greater number. Okay, we'll find the absolute values, then we'll find the greater number. The symbol that is present in front of the greater number, we will use the symbol and we will subtract the smaller number from the greater number. Understood? When they are like, we will add both, and when they are unlike, then we will subtract the smaller from the greater one. Okay, this is the concept. Understood? So this is about addition. Now we'll come to subtraction. How we can subtract two integers. Okay, for that you need to remember one rule. Okay, I think all of you know, because when there are two positive signs, the result is always positive, yes or no? Then two negative signs, if there are two negative signs, then it is also positive. If one is negative, one is positive, then negative, yes or no? And one is positive, other one is negative, then also it is negative. So these four rules you need to remember. I think all of you know, yes or no? Positive and positive, it is always positive. Positive and positive, always positive. Then negative and negative, always positive. negative and positive, it is always negative, and positive and negative, it is always negative. Understood? So let us see some example. First example, suppose one question it is given, plus 4 minus plus 2. Now in this case, what we will do? Whenever there is nothing given, yes or no? Whenever there is nothing given, that means you can imagine that there is a plus sign here. Understood? So plus signs are usually not given. So see, first one, plus and plus, we know that it is plus. Second one is a minus and plus, what will happen? Minus and plus, what do we get? Minus, yes or no? So what will write? So we'll write here minus and 2. 4 minus 2, how much? 2. But it is nothing is written, that means there is a plus here. So answer is positive 2. Understood? Look at another example. Suppose minus 3 plus minus 7. Now see, in this case, what do you do? Minus, you can imagine that there is a plus here, yes or no? You have to imagine that there is a plus there. So plus and minus, it is always minus, yes or no? So we'll write minus 3. Then plus and minus, it is always minus. Minus 7. Minus 3 minus 7 means what? Since there are 2 minus, what do we do? When there are 2 minus, we add them, yes or no? But symbol, what we will write? You will always write the symbol which is present in front of the greater number, because if you find the absolute value of minus 3, it is 3. Absolute value of minus 7, it is 7. We know that 7 is greater than 3, yes or no? So in this case, you can see that in front of 7, negative sign is there, so we will use negative sign. Okay, so add those three, both 7 plus 3 is 10. So your answer is minus 10. Okay, so today we have learned about addition and subtraction of integer. So in the next class, we'll do some questions from the exercises. Okay, so this much for today. Thank you.